Greetings, clarinets. As promised, we're going to do this video on clarinet tone production, specifically concentrating on how to teach and how to learn to play double lip embouchure. You know, a lot of people are not satisfied with their tone production, and including players get quite advanced, and many of them end up switching to double lip or learning double lip as a curative for certain problems they have in tone production with single lip embouchure. So they end up playing double lip either all the time or partially, or using it in some way to keep their embouchure techniques nice and honest. Well, double lip does a number of things that are really terrific to the sound. It gives more depth and resonance to the sound. It gives more spring and life to the articulation. It gives a much nicer legato with a lot less effort, more sinuous and even throughout. High notes come out better. There's a lot of reasons to investigate double lip, even if you don't plan on playing it all the time. There's still a lot of treasures in there, a lot of riches that you can extract that will improve your single lip playing. Now, as I said, double lip does have a lot of advantages, but one of the biggest advantages, at least in my opinion, is that double lip really helps you eliminate one of the most important things to eliminate in poor embouchure technique, and probably the most common poor embouchure problem, and that is the problem of biting. Well, so then you might assume, well, since biting puts pressure on the reed and double lip eliminates biting, then double lip must be a no pressure system. Well, that's not exactly right, and part of it comes with our confusion about what biting is and what the alternative to reed control might be besides biting. Biting is the upward jaw closure on the reed, pressing the reed directly into the mouthpiece and getting control of the sound that way. The problem is that when the upward jaw closes on the reed, that does give control, but it does so by pinching the reed down, and that causes the sound to not have the depth that it should have, not have the resonance it should have, makes high notes brighter and thinner, and you lose a lot of flexibility and tend to play quite sharp when you use this biting technique. And a huge number of players do that, professional and amateur and everything in between. Well, you ask, exactly what is the double lip difference? As I said, double lip is not a no pressure system. Many people assume that because if double lip's the corrective to the pressure that's used in single lip playing, then it must be a no pressure system. But it's not a no pressure system. You must use pressure to control the reed. Elsewise you'll have no definition in the sound. There'll be no pitch. The question is, what kind of pressure is it, and how is the energy going to be applied? And what we're going to see is that double lip approaches reed control in exactly the opposite fashion as single lip does. In contrast to single lip playing, which closes the jaw on the reed in order to gain control, double lip embouchure creates a fixed opening by dropping the jaw and forming the embouchure first. Here, using the mouthpiece alone, we see an example of how to apply pressure to the reed properly playing double lip. Notice as the reed mouthpiece wedge is snug more firmly against the lips, the pitch rises and the sound focuses in very well without the slightest bit of jaw closure. Here we see the example with the whole clarinet. Notice the horn is always brought to the face, never the face to the horn. The purpose of the snugging is to focus the sound and make the sound efficient so that one can play throughout the registers with very, very little movement and great efficiency. Now that we've seen the basic differences between the two methods, next time we're going to examine double lip in a little more detail. We're going to talk about how we can develop it better, some of the pitfalls of double lip and how to get around those, and also how we might be able to use some of these advantages in double lip to actually apply them in single lip playing and improve that. The information in this video and much, much more is covered in my book, The Educator's Guide to the Clarinet. Whether you want to learn how to play the clarinet or teach it better, The Educator's Guide has the information you need to save you time, effort, and the frustration of trial and error. Replete with drawings, graphs, and charts, The Educator's Guide takes complex subjects and breaks them down into simple, easily understood parts. Reviewed in 2 major clarinet publications as the best book available on how to teach and play the clarinet, it has garnered high praise from many of the world's finest clarinet players and teachers.